Hello, Libras. Happy full moon. Happy full moon phase, that is, right? Happy full moon phase. Technically, it's not a full moon, but full moon phase, right? So it's illuminated enough. We're actually in the phase. So I don't want somebody texting me saying we're not full moon yet. We're actually in the phase, right? So it's illuminated enough for us to be in a full moon phase for you to start doing full moon um, rituals if you're into full moon rituals. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. These readings are timeless, but you can start on the full moon rituals if you like. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We're going to set an intention for your reading first. Set an intention for your reading. Let's get into it, Libras. Hopefully you all are having a good year so far. I know we're still fresh into this new year. So if you're new to my channel and I have not wished you a happy new year to each and every one of you. You all at your highest, you all are romantic, you all are charming, great listeners, you're fair-minded, you're idealist, very understanding, cooperative, diplomatic, gracious, and a lot of you all are very social. Very social. Libras, you all sit right there in the middle of the Zodiac signs. And pretty close, even if we were counting Ophiuchus, if we're even whether it's Vedic or tropical astrology, you still sit there right in the middle, close, even if it's in Vedic zodiac signs. So I'm speaking to both. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on here. What's the intention? I detach myself from anger and replace it with compassion. This is nice. This is a nice one, right? So, which is a good thing because right now we have three planets that are retrograde. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. Jupiter is retrograde in Gemini, and then Mars is retrograde in Leo and Cancer. So we have a full moon in Cancer. It's a wolf moon, right? So a lot of people are moving towards wanting to be parts of enlightened groups of people. So they're finding their enlightened tribe of people. They don't want to be left in the dark about anything anymore, right? So let's get into it. Let's get into your reading. I already prayed over everybody's cards. Some of the things that you all can do during full moon rituals is protect your energy for sure. You definitely want to protect your energy. So get what you need to do during the light, while it's still light outside, right? A lot going on. During full moon, everything's fully illuminated. Everybody's super sensitive around that time. So you want to be indoors if you can help it. Get your downloads. Schedule your readings if you're a reader yourself. Schedule a reading with other readers, to support your community. You can also cleanse and charge your tools under the moonlight. You can make protective amulets. You can also do divination. You can cleanse and cleanse your gemstones and crystals. You can harvest your herbs, make moon water. Ooh, we have the Eight of Wands here. So some things are speeding up for you. Somebody's speeding up. Your prayers are being sped up. All right. Woohoo! Here we have the Nine of Cups. Somebody's going to feel like they hit the jackpot emotionally, right? Not to say somebody's actually hitting the jackpot. I mean, that's nice, but remember, we related if you do. Just kidding. But no, your prayers are being sped up. Whatever it is you're doing, your prayers are being sped up. So that's a good thing. Oh, here we have the Ten of Wands. So somebody could be moving pretty soon. Yeah, somebody could be moving soon. So if you've been praying that you can move, or something that you've been and we have High Priestess. Somebody's a light High Priestess. So you've been something could be moving along pretty fast. So either you or somebody's moving fast. Here we have 1, 2. We're gonna start out with a 6-card spread. So we got 4, 5, 6. Here we have the Eight of Swords. You're gonna look back and realize just how restricted you felt. Like, wow. And we have the Three of Wands here. You have the whole world in front of you. Here we have the Eight of Swords. Look at this person right here. Somebody just like things are just going to start moving fast for you. Like whatever it was that you may have felt restricted by, it's like you have a whole world of, opportunities. Just like a wide open for you, coming your way. So this is good. just because of your high priestess gifts, because of your high priestess gifts, you know, just because of your spirit, you know, just having a very positive attitude. Like I said, you detach yourself from anger and you replace it with compassion, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that you're so fair-minded. You are, you know, well, you all are smart anyway, right? You're air sign, so smart. Um, you like to make the connection with people. That's just air energy, regardless. You move from your heart chakra, right? And so here we have this Nine of Cups here, and that's why a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. And so when you look back, you just realize, wow, you may have been in spaces where you were around familiar spirits. And oh, and by the way, I'm about to put up a series about, I think people don't really like this series, but talk a little bit about familiar spirits. But so somebody was around energies, like you kept warming up to people who saw you as competition. Like you kept being super fair-minded, you know, to people who saw you as competition. So once you broke that karmic cycle of just kept warming up to people, and see this right here, like you just started saying 3 strikes you're out. And that's probably a really good rule of thumb for somebody. It's just like, okay, hey, somebody keeps burning you, okay, it's time to just move on. Time to move on. And see this bull right here? Finally, somebody says, okay, keep bullying you. It's time to move on. Stop trying to be friends with people who keep bullying you. It's time to just move on. Not your responsibility. They're carrying all of this weight of the world on their shoulders. Just move on. You're not talking to them anymore. That number 3 looks like lips. You're not even talking to them anymore. Stop talking to people who bully you. Let's see. Yeah, just cut them off. This Ace of Swords. You're not even asking why anymore. You never asked what's the motive. Like, what? Just stop talking. They 8 of Swords you, 9 of Swords them. That's the end of the conversation. There's nothing else to talk about. Don't even ask the motive. Don't even ask why. Just cut the phone cord. Cut the phone line. It's the end of that conversation. That's the end of that. So anyway, so you got here we have High Priestess. You got another High Priestess energy coming in. So that's somebody's breakthrough. That's your breakthrough coming in. You have another light High Priestess coming in. That's what I'm saying. Like you have a sea of opportunity. So it's 3 energies you moving on from, but actually it's 2. But it's the spirit of a third one, and it's a when I say demonic spirit, it is people who operate in fear. They're afraid to step into the light. So they stay on the dark side, the shadow side. So they're familiar spirits because they're only it's like they're stuck in this only becoming familiar with people because they're afraid of the gifts. Like they're people who are really afraid of their gifts. So they only become familiar with energies. Right? So they got to get the gossip. Right? So to pray for somebody without knowing what they're praying for, I got to know everything that I'm praying for. Why? You mean tell me you got to know who they're related to, or like you got to know all of their business to pray for somebody? Like what? They're a human being. Maybe that's the only qualification is that they're human. What in the world? So yeah, yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, so like I said, you have a sea of opportunities opening up for you because you care about mankind. So anyway, that's this right here. So you're connecting with other light workers. That's why somebody gonna feel like they're jumping out of a treasure chest. So yeah. So here we have the 8 of coins here, 8 of Pentacles here. So there is a lot of I feel like somebody see this sewing machine here. What this is giving me the energy of this used to be this thing back in the I want to say it was the 70s. I know somebody can be like the 70s. You weren't even born. Wait a minute. There used to be this organization. Never mind. But this is kind of giving me like there's a somebody because of the sea of opportunities that I see coming. There's a lot of connections that you're gonna make with a lot of people. Looking at your cards here, you're gonna make a lot of connections with a lot of people. That's what I'm saying for you. Like patching together a lot of connections. Yeah, a lot of people coming together. Because if you got to know people's last names and their denomination and all of that just to pray for people, like what? Anyway, so yeah, you looks like you've done your shadow work. See the little black cat right there, Shadow. That's the name of the cat, Shadow. So maybe you have a black cat, or maybe you'll get one. Let's see what else we have going on. But again, like I said, just like your zodiac sign, you kind of bridge the gap. Like you're right there, like the scales of justice. You're a peacemaker. You're a person who's a peacemaker, and not everybody. Not everybody likes that. Not everybody likes that. Some people really thrive. Unfortunately, some people thrive in chaos and confusion. They do. They cannot rest unless there is some ambulance pulling up, a police car, somebody being put in handcuffs, somebody fighting, some bottles being thrown, people getting cussed out. Some people just cannot thrive unless all of the activity is going on. That's just not your spirit, so whatever. That's not how you thrive. That's not how you. That's just not your spirit. So, that's the. So I feel like that's what looking at the Eight of Wands here. Those are energies that you need to create a very firm boundary. And in this instance here, you see the enlightenment 3 times. 3 strikes you're out. Sometimes for you that's going to be 1 time. Sometimes it's going to be 2. Sometimes it's going to be 3. Sometimes you're going to see it off in a distance, and you're just going to avoid it altogether. Sometimes you just hear about it through conversation, and you're just going to avoid it altogether. So, but you'll know. You'll know. Your spirit will tell you. Your spirit will tell you. But something you're getting back to is also the Eight of Wands too. It's something that you started, but I see you getting back to that. That's what I see for you. So congratulations with that. Whatever it is, you're getting back to that. Yeah, the source is connecting you with other light high priestess energy and also high priest energy too. So there's a okay, you're just a very compassionate person. I feel like you like having, you'd rather have warm conversations with people than the blazing hot, fiery conversations with people. I think that's what I'm seeing for you. Source is inside of you. That's what I'm seeing here. Source is inside of you. You and somebody. So this is you and somebody coming together. So yes, you and somebody kind of have the same spirit. Yeah. It's you and your child. You and a child. You and somebody. It's like you. I don't know how many kids somebody has, but it's like you and your child have the same spirit. And people are kind of like putting that together. Like people are kind of putting it together that y'all have that same. Y'all kind of shut down when people are mean to you all. Y'all just kind of go into this like. You really just shut down. So people are kind of putting it all together. Yeah. I think that's what people are kind of talking about. Yeah, I think that's what people are kind of sort of talking about. The scales are now removed from somebody's eyes about you. Yeah, somebody, the scales are removed from somebody's eyes about you. And just kind of like how you, you know, kind of really how you harness your power. Like how you use your, you know, how you harness your power. Like I think for like how you harness your power, you move on. Like you'll cut a person off. Just like this card says right here, like you detach yourself from anger and you replace it with compassion. Like something about being around bullying energies for you. It moves you to action, but away from bullies. It gets you to safety, but it moves you to like have compassion for people. But something empowers you to like compassion. But you'll cut them off, but you're like compassion. And people are kind of like putting something together, but it's actually going to work. It's going to work in your favor because it's like bridging a gap. But you know how to get yourself to safety. You're smart enough to get yourself to safety, like get away from those types of energies. Let me see. Let me see something else. Yeah, so people are kind of talking around, like people talking around that. Like people try to bait you into stuff. Like people try to bait you and other people into things, and try to get you like in karmic cycles. But you'll just cut people off. Like you know how to use your sword. You'll cut people off forever. Like into the next life forever. Like I don't know you. I didn't know you in the past life forever. That kind of cut off. Like, who are you? That kind of forever, ever. That kind of forever. But so yeah, so that's what source is trying to help somebody learn how to do is, you know how to control that kind of fire. It's like that's why this card right here is important. I feel like this Eight of Wands, the source is actually speeding up something for you because you know how to detach yourself from the anger and replace it with compassion. It's like I'm not sure what this person is carrying around. Whoever the energy, I don't know what they're carrying around, but I need to detach myself from it. I don't even want to be associated with that. All right, let's see what else we got. And then this color green here This color green is like green with envy. Whoever this energy is, it could be green with envy. And so you know how to detach yourself from that. Whoever this energy is, you're like, they need a hug, but just not from you. You'll send a prayer their way. Like, So here you go, cleaning your space. Cleaning your space. Oh, you know, I never noticed on the back of this person, they have a moon. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it's like pastel colors, but something. But you're cleaning your space. Number 9. Even this color on this card speaks to crown chakra. The color on this card speaks to crown chakra. But yeah, believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Yeah, believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Let's see what else we have here in the cards. See what else we have here in the cards. But yeah, you want to make sure also with this moon in Cancer, Mars is your creative energy is, and this is everybody, creative energy is heightened. So whatever you're trying to create is heightened. So whatever you're motivated by to create, it's I mean, doubled. Really, it's doubled. Yeah, so if you weren't thinking about creating a book or creating whatever you're trying to create, it's doubled. It's doubled. Yeah, it's doubled. So yeah, clean your space. A lot of people write ebooks. They whatever you've been thinking about creating. And that's what I've been trying to keep people on that path, to stay high vibrational, think about what you're trying to create, because this is a wonderful time for people to create whatever it is you're trying to create. Get away from the distractions of like being connected to other people's karma. They still stuck in the year of 8 in karmic cycles because they can't detach from other people's chaos and confusion. You stay focused. Yeah. So yeah, continue doing the mirror work. Continue doing the mirror work. Continue doing the mirror work. And helping other people to do the mirror work. So if you have loved ones who, you know, are struggling with mirror work, you can look it up online. If you got loved ones that live with you or whatever, and they're trying to do the mirror work, teach them. Teach them. That's right. Especially if you feel like they are a soulmate, which is a kindred spirit. Teach them how to do mirror work. You know, speak highly to them. Compliment them. And we're not talking about placating people, not just telling them any old thing. We're talking about find something complimentary. If they're smart, you know, if you feel like you have something in common with them, books, whatever, you know, speak highly to them. That's why somebody's going to feel like emotionally you're jumping out of a treasure chest, right? Because 9 and 2 is 11. 11 is a master number. And so you want people to step through those pillars into the light, to find the light within themselves. And if all they're constantly hearing is negativity spoken to them, you don't want them, because this is a portal. This mirror right here is a portal. You want to be the person that's going to help them take the blindfolds off. So they hearing constant positivity from you. Constant positivity. But until they start speaking into themselves. You're teaching somebody how to listen to positive affirmations when they're looking into the mirror. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Until they don't have to listen to it. It's just on repeat in their brains. Because if they're hearing it constantly negative from other people and they look in the mirror, they don't see anything positive when they look in the mirror. You're teaching people how to detach from anger and replacing it with compassion. First with themselves, right? Yeah. So they're training themselves that if people don't have compassion for them, detach. Detach. Doesn't matter who it is. They don't have any compassion for them, detach. So they don't have to carry around, you know, confusion. They don't have to carry around confusion on their shoulders. Yeah, so they can move on from the disappointment. All right, so let me see. What else we got? Let's see. Got those two. Let's see. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way, and I delight in receiving it. See that owl's face? Yeah, wisdom. That's wisdom. So somebody may be spending some time in the book of Proverbs, if that is, you know, I don't know who that was for, but that's for somebody. All right. Let's see what else we got. "77. I am brave. It is time to move on from old patterns and habits and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave." That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully this has been helpful for you all. But again, time for you to step into the light. Time for you to step into the light and help other people to step into the light too. You know, the scales have been removed from your eyes. Keep your vibrations high. There's a lot of people who don't know how to detach. A lot of people don't know how to detach. And they're carrying around a lot. And they're carrying around a lot of hurt, burdens. And so this card right here is perfect. When you look back at yourself and see you did the mirror work, you're going to help somebody else do the mirror work too. All right? That's what I have for you. See you in the next video. Bye.